This is an example of a date where the girl actually made it incredibly hard to escalate overall. It was a really long date, it took a long time, because what ended up happening over and over again was I'd try and escalate a little bit and she'd just shift it to small talk. And I'd try and escalate and she'd shift it to small talk. But I stuck in there, I stayed patient, kept good sense of humor about things, continued going, and just very gradually, like it was really little by little, was able to escalate. And as you can see, as the date goes on, it does get more and more intimate. But it's a really great example of patience and verbal escalation, and then eventually some really good physical escalation as well, and then logistics and moving the girl around. So have a quick look. It's a really good date.
Outlook's much better. It doesn't bunch everything together, but I like that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I need them to be separated. What are you looking at now? Or what are you thinking about?
I was thinking that I really like the way you express yourself, and that I really hate the fact that we were just having a conversation about email at the same time.
Why?
I like the way you express yourself, though.
How do I express myself?
You have unique perspectives. Like, I feel like you actually think for yourself as opposed to just like doing what you're told, which I like. And I feel like you have an aesthetic to what you do. Like, you care about the way you look, you care about doing things in a particular way.
I feel like you're speaking like a life coach.
Tell
me more.
I'm done. I'm officially done, smartass. What you'll kind of notice so far is I'm trying to make it relevant. I'm making it about her and trying to like kind of put her on the spot. But she's doing a good job of shifting it either to random topics or shifting it back on me. So there's this kind of like, in a way you could look at it as like battle of frames. My frame is like, I'm assessing you and I'm kind of teasing you and giving you a hard time. And her frame is I'm doing the same back to you, and or I'm just having like a platonic conversation. And so there's a lot of work to be done. It's fine, we're both enjoying the conversation, but in terms of this actually going somewhere, there's a lot that needs to kind of still occur. All right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm really struggling with that internally.
Sure.
Selling it to other people because I don't know.
What do you want to do? Like, if you could just like take a pause on your life right now.
What do you want to do?
Let's do this.
Oh my god. I don't know. Like, just shop all day.
Sounds like a nice life.
Yeah, it would be nice.
So your perfect job is trophy wife then?
No, I think I could like really like do like I like to take outfit of the day pictures.
Okay.
I always wanted to be a writer, so I feel like I always want to start my own blog.
You should be like Sex and the City.
Oh well.
For fashion.
Do you know what's really funny?
What's that?
So, I went to college to become the Carrie Bradshaw of my generation.
Okay.
And my dad said, don't do it. You're going to turn out and just be like...
There's one thing I did notice in your pictures, you look very fashionable.
Oh, thank you.
I couldn't tell if you were going to be cute or like just so, but I could tell you'd be fashionable. That I could tell for sure.
It's so funny because I'm actually not into fashion. I'm just really into clothing and like putting outfits. Like, I just like dressing up or like just getting dressed. I would actually go to brunch in like workout apparel and like actually dress to go to brunch. This probably won't make any sense, but like I'll pretend that I came from the gym if I'm like not feeling like getting dressed. I'm like, oh yeah, I just came from the gym, but like I'll still like look put together. It doesn't matter like what the occasion is. I just like getting dressed. But I don't know. I don't have a passion for fashion. If that makes sense. Anyway, my dad told me not to.
So whenever they talk to girls, you can walk up and be like, "Hey, sweetie, how you doing?"
Do you actually believe in that?
Yes, it works. If done properly. If it's done cheesy, it doesn't work. If you do it properly, it works.
Elaborate.
Huh?
Elaborate.
If it looks like put on, it doesn't work. But if it looks like it just happened naturally, if it looks like it was an accident,
Like,
it can definitely work.
What do you mean?
Pre-selection. Like, okay, so you see a random guy, he's kind of cute. You don't know anything about him. But if he's with like cute girls, you may not like think of him as like, in terms of relationship, you may actually think he's off the table in terms of relationship. But at the same time, he's like pre-selected. It's like those girls think he's okay. And so it makes you feel a little more comfortable with the idea of him. Because it's like they obviously know him and they're obviously okay with him. And he obviously like has a good vibe with those girls. So it's more likely have a good vibe with me. And that's all subconscious. It's also on a certain level, on another level, it's like this guy's genes are, if this guy had a kid, the kid's likely like him, and his kid will likely be good with girls, so my genes will likely get to like the next generation.
Oh my
so
God.
it's all that all at once. What?
Survival of the fittest.
Oui, madame?
Yeah. I like always want to try this book on dating and survival of the fittest.
You should definitely like,
Collaborate?
not collaborate, you should definitely like, we should explore ideas together.
No, like seriously, when I graduated from college, all I used to do was like write and write. And I was like going on dates like crazy. Like absolutely crazy.
You seriously are Sex in the City. It seemed like no
It
joke.
was all research, right?
It's all research. Oh, really? So am I gonna show up on your blog? Because I'm used to hearing that from girls, but now I'm worried. Now I'm worried it's the other way.
I have a release form for you to sign, actually. We've been filming the whole time.
You're ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Yeah, maybe give us a couple minutes.
Yeah, the whole time you thought you were the dating coach.
Oh my goodness.
But no, I used to write a lot about that, about like how, you know, why girls would date older guys. And why, you know, like.
I'll break down the whole matrix for you. Don't worry, it's all good.
Do it. I kind of wish I watched more of those videos.
Oh really? Why? Because I intrigue you now?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I normally watch TV before bed.
Now you're gonna watch me before bed?
I actually love YouTube.
Do me a favor.
But
Never mind. It's super creepy for me to say what I was gonna say.
I already know what you were going to say. So don't
What was I gonna say?
Well, there are several ways you could have gone in the head. Do me a favor. Sorry, I cut you off. What?
It's okay. It doesn't matter. I'll just leave it to the imagination at this point. It's better that way.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous.
Well, you're the one that mass texts females. Which is kind of like...
Is that a red flag for you?
No, it's like... When we talk about Darwinian dating theory, which is what I've called it, Darwinian dating theory.
Darwinian dating theory. So this overall is an interesting date in the sense that it's not super like overtly flirtatious, but there's verbal escalation in another way, which is that we're talking about topics relating to men, women, and sex. So that's definitely on the table. And also the conversation is relatively intimate. So there is connection and there is sexuality present. It's just a different type of a vibe, right? It's not that like obnoxious, flirtatious, like crazy kind of vibe. And the times that I've tried to make it more that kind of vibe, there's been resistance and we've ended up going back to this more like deeper type of a vibe, which both have their place. Both have their place, but just understand there are different ways to escalate verbally. One is the sexual topic. The other is the I, you, we, right? If the topic's good and the frame or the idea that you're talking around is right, you don't necessarily have to be flirting incessantly for it to be a man-to-woman sexual vibe.
Yeah, don't steal that. That's mine.
Don't worry, I don't use that term. I already basically teach that, but yes, it's fine.
That's like I call it Darwinian.
It's an Allisonism, got it.
My thing. So that's like you like trying to spread your seed everywhere. right?
Sure.
When you mass text.
When mass text.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Maybe.
Like, I totally understand why guys are the way they are.
Yeah.
I totally get it. You're right, I do know more than I should know.
Yeah. Are you adventurous?
Super adventurous. Why?
So if I was like, let's go on an adventure, you'd be like, let's do it.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that something's coming after this. Or no. Okay.
I didn't even have anything in mind in particular, I was just curious.
I am really adventurous.
Good.
Actually. Are you?
I'm very shy. I rarely travel. I get really nervous around girls in particular. I've never had any interesting life experiences, and
You know what your problem is?
what's that?
Is that you went from being so self-conscious about girls to being like, you went from 0 to 60, right? So now you're like up here.
Okay.
And you're like so overconfident about girls. It's like crazy.
Go on now.
And I don't
How do you know it's overconfident?
because you keep bringing it up.
I think it was the topic of conversation a
It
minute
was the
ago.
topic of no, you're right. It was the topic of conversation.
Come here, you. Silly girl.
I'm just saying that like you do have like this thing like where it's like
It's like what?
I don't know how to describe it, but it's like very like okay, well girls it's almost like girls are like the enemy or like
The enemy.
frenemy, the frenemy.
The frenemy. Baby, do you feel like my enemy?
What?
Do you feel like my enemy right now?
No, I don't feel like your enemy. I
Are we
feel like-
demarking battle lines right now? You and I? We're drawing up quarters. I'm getting together with my advisors and coming up with a strategic plan.
What?
I was taking the war metaphor to like its logical extreme, don't even, whatever.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
I said I'm getting together with my advisors and drawing up a strategic plan. This is cute. Is this all one ring or is it two?
It's
I just want to point out, I'm sure you saw it, but notice the subtle escalation. We're having a pretty normal conversation. It's like maybe a little bit intimate about me, but the topic's man to woman, the topic's a bit sexual, whatever. But this is not like crazy emotionally charged. But notice the physical escalation. Notice the gradual, subtle physical escalation. I took her hand, but then also specifically notice she didn't take it away. So now there is that physical intimacy present as well. You know what's funny? You say so many things that I should find objectionable, but I actually really like. That's weird.
what do you mean?
Like, you actually cross over into like all these like stereotypes of things that I typically don't like, but you say them in such interesting ways and you're actually cool about them that I actually like it from you. It's very weird.
I don't understand what you mean. Can you explain and give me an example? Obviously, this wasn't a good example.
Yeah. Okay, like for example, like most people that I've dated seriously are like extremely, like extraordinarily like smart and like successful and like are like bookish almost and stuff like that. Which you're definitely smart. You're definitely like not dumb. So don't think I'm like I'm not saying you're dumb by any means. You're definitely not a dummy. But like you're not like your choice of conversation topic is not of the same like intellectual nature. But you actually discuss things in a very interesting way, which I enjoy. So you say all these things that I'm like, if I was to be like, so after the date, if my friend was like, what did you talk about? I'd be like, we talk about this, and this. I'd be like, that girl sounds like a total ditz. But the funny thing is, you don't completely sound like a ditz saying it.
What would you rather talk about? Byzantine art?
Oh, well, there you go. Byzantine art. If I knew anything about Byzantine art, sure. You take art history? No.
So, you know what? You're so right. Like, I'm like this crazy juxtaposition between two worlds. Like, I'm smart and I'm dumb, right? I really am. No, like, I know that I am. And I totally just forgot what I was going to say.
and they don't even remember last year we did training.
You're adorable. Just so you know.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So a couple things there. First of all, how did I know I could kiss her? It was that she got flustered. It was the look on her face and the fact that she got flustered and forgot what she was going to say. I knew she was emotionally responsive and reactive to me, and she was kind of in that like dazed, like kind of mode. So that's a good thing to look for when you want to kiss. What got her there was pretty interesting, because what I did is I basically kind of like, I don't want to say attacked her self-esteem, because that's a bit like strong and harsh. But what I basically did is I made things very, very relevant to her, and I made them like, I basically said something within the guise of a compliment that was very sort of like a little biting, and it challenged her. And that challenge made her want to justify and prove herself. And that formula is very, very useful. So that's what we're going to be looking to do, especially in these like very like, these conversations that could get a little platonic, or they're like a very calm escalation, is you want to like challenge the girl. You want to be, instead of a lot of guys just sit back and get challenged by the girl, instead you want to be actively challenging her. And that's what I did here. I challenged her, she got a little flustered, and that's when I knew I could go ahead and kiss her.
Right.
As much as I want you to like stay and hang out with me, because I'm enjoying your ambiance and personality.
Yeah.
You don't have to, like, I'd like to think you don't have to drink to make me attractive or anything, so it's okay.
No.
I mean, I'm drinking to make you attractive, but you know, you don't have to. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
That's what most people say, to be honest.
That's weird. You're actually quite pretty.
Oh. I won't say it.
Huh?
I said I won't say it.
You want to say thank you? It's fucked up.
I said I won't say tell me more.
Oh, tell me more. Was that what you were thinking of saying? Do you want me to like count the ways in which you're pretty? My beauty she art like a summer's day. How are she pretty? Let me count the ways.
Is that Shakespeare?
No, I just made that up.
No, you didn't.
Let me count the ways is from something, but the rest of it I made up. And from a summer's day is also from something. It's from something different.
They're both
two things.
Shakespeare.
No. One's what Whitman.
May I compare these
Shall I
to
compare
a
these to a summer day? Thou art more
day
more temperate and more lovely.
lovely than us?
No. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate.
Okay.
That's how it goes, and it's not Shakespeare. Actually, it might be. It might be a sonnet or an ode or something.
No, it's a sonnet.
I don't know. It needs more lines to be a sonnet.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. No, that's a Shakespearean sonnet.
Is it? All right.
It has a, what is it called? The
Iambic pentameter?
Iambic pentameter.
I can speak an iambic pentameter.
Wait, so tell me about my life.
You legitimately like that.
What?
That's adorable. I'm gonna try something crazy. Ready?
Yeah.
Alright, come on.
Just his hand?
Oh, what?
Okay, just his hand.
Just this one. Sorry. Alright. Alright, so You're
really not good at this.
Your lifeline. It's been a while. If you want me to stop, I'm done. Forget it. I'm done.
No, keep going, please. I'm sorry.
done.
No, you're so good. You're so good at this.
I so hate you right now.
Please.
I hate you so
You're
much.
so good.
You're eating your hair, and I hate you so much.
What?
So this is a little old school pickup tactics. Palm reading. It's funny. I haven't done that in a really long time. But the interesting thing is like, okay, palm reading, whatever, it's cheesy as fuck. I don't believe in it, whatever. But it's a good excuse for physical contact. It's a good excuse for intimacy, and it's a good excuse to tell a story. So why the fuck not? And you can see, actually, it's funny because when you have something a girl wants, when you've either escalated a bit or you've intrigued her in some way, and you pull away, you see how she changes. She's like, no, please. And what's she doing? She's asking you to continue. She's asking you to interact with her more. She's chasing. And that's a vibe you really want to set up. So the cheesiness of the palm reading aside, you can see how effective having something that she wants and then pulling it away can be.
This is so my iPhone.
Is it? Come on.
Are you making sure I don't get any more in my mouth?
Something like that. They're cute ears. They're like tiny.
They are really small.
All right. So you see how your lifeline is almost broken by your heart line? What that means is that while you may have
Am I
had...
destined for heartbreak?
Yes, because you're going to date me, and that's just bad. You should run away right now. I want you to know I'm not boyfriend material. You should run away right now. I'm terrible. I will break your heart. I'm bad for you.
Okay.
So this is your one opportunity. Leave before you get in too deep. Go now. Go. Leave.
Well, I'm gonna finish my drink first. Okay.
So what you just saw me do there is fucking power move I absolutely love. Like telling her to leave, right? Telling her all the reasons I'm bad for it, telling her to leave, that kind of stuff. Disqualifying, right? If I say all these things to her and she stays, how big of a commitment is that? How invested is she? How bought in is she? These are all really, really good things to be doing overall. And also, like, I'm bad for you, I'll break your heart. It's conveying so much value, and it's putting myself within the stereotype of the attractive man, the playerish guy, the pre-selected guy. Actually, ironically, all the stuff I was talking to her earlier on. But yeah, just that's like really a power move. The like either turning your back and like acting like you're gonna leave, or telling her to leave and letting. She's like, no, I'll finish my drink first, right? Massive power move. When things are going well, great thing to do to make things go from well to like really well.
I just only see it. Are you just bullshitting me?
Are we gonna fight?
Yeah, we're fighting right now. Are you bullshitting me?
Am I bullshitting you? Come here, you. So first of all, I told you when I started this that I never was formally trained in palm reading and that it was all kind of BS. Secondly,
You told me that you were formally trained. Yeah,
I told you it was going to be cheesy. And thirdly, I'm actually right in this debate and you're wrong. But that's even beside the point. I like how feisty you are, though. You are truly bad for me, though.
Why?
You seem like all the wrong types of girls for me to be with.
I don't even have to say it a lot.
Why? I mean, sadly, I like you, or happily, I like you, or something, or in a non-judgmental way, I like you. I enjoy you a lot.
You enjoy me.
I do enjoy you. I think you and I should hang out, and we should find out more about each other. Even perhaps intimate things. However, I think that we should be very slow about the whole physical thing, because it can be so bad for me.
For me?
For me. Or for you, sure.
For you?
Well, are you saying I'm bad for you? Goodness. I guess we're bad for each other.
Well, that's not finishing. I said I'm not going to finish that.
That's fine. I have little to no problem with that. What I actually would love to do with you, if you have time, is it'd be cool to do. What time is it? Let me see.
Probably close to 11.
Not quite, but close. 10:40. In the meantime, what I want to do with you is this. I want to take you and have movie night with you. However, I want you to know.
What?
I want to take you and have movie night with you, really fast. But however, I want you to know that I don't want anything physical to happen with us because, due to my job, I try and like actually take it slow with girls that I meet. Like I don't want to do like the whatever, because I get girls that either will get weird about my job or girls that will want to hook up with me like instantly just because of my job. And I want you to like me for me. I care about that. Like I want you to like respect me in the morning, okay?
Okay.
And so I want you to know, I actually, like, because you have good taste in movies and TV and stuff, I would love to do, like, just like a quick little, like, watch some, like, either movies or good shows and, like, just cuddle up on a couch and hang out, but I don't want us to, like, have sex tonight, okay?
Okay, but I can't do that tonight because I, like, have to go to work tomorrow.
It's unfortunate, because I have Europe in, like, 2 days.
I know. When are you back?
May, like, 12th?
That's my birthday.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I think it's May 12th. I saw you May 12th, May 15th,
That's
something
only
like
like 2
that.
weeks away. May 12th is my birthday. Yeah, no, I can't do it tonight.
What time do you go to work?
So tomorrow I have to be there at 8:30.
Where do you work?
Where? Like physically where? 28th and 5th. It's just like, I'm not a morning person, so like, I have to get to bed early. Are you gonna finish that drink?
Do you want me to finish your drink so it like looks like we didn't? You're just trying to get me drunk so I like divulge.
Basically.
Are you gonna try and take advantage of me, sweetie?
I might, I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
I seriously want to hang out with just watch like a half-hour TV show with you, and then I'm gonna tuck you in and go to bed. That's it.
Just like
But I want you to know. Like seriously, look at me. Like this is. I know this is weird actually for a guy, but seriously, no sex tonight, okay? Like we can cuddle a little bit or whatnot, but like no sex tonight.
We're not even doing that.
No sex tonight. If that's a deal breaker for you, like if you like were hoping to like get lucky, I'm sorry.
As long as I came here, so I could get laid.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I mean, if you never want to see me again, we could maybe do that, but like it's just a bad idea.
But you're coming back on my birthday.
I do that every time. Like literally every time you go out with me, I will do
Like
that.
a child.
And
You don't like the straw?
I don't know, for some reason I like bridging it across there. It like amuses me to bridge it over. I don't know. I never use the straw, so I just mess with it. Alright, I need to use the restroom.
Okay.
And then we should go roll somewhere, and then you should go to bed after. You be okay without me for a minute? Just stay amused? No? You're gonna miss me?
Because I have to go to the bathroom too.
I mean, technically there's no drinks on the table. We could both go. I think your stuff's probably pretty safe.
I'm not leaving my stuff. Well, I guess my jacket would be safe. I'll go to the bathroom first.
Really?
But you can watch my bag.
Ugh, I hate you. Go fast. So what you've been seeing here is a lot of seeding the walk home and figuring out what the obstacles are, what the logistics are, that kind of stuff. But I talked about when you're doing the take her home, seed, frame, qualify, lead, right? So I'm seeding, I'm doing a little qualifying, a little framing, but mostly I'm seeding. I'm throwing out all these different things we can do, making suggestions, leading various topics, and I'm just gauging what's gonna be the one that we go with. How are we gonna actually do it so that we go home together? Couldn't do math, that's why I quit.
That's a good reason.
Because I can't do math?
Yeah.
Better?
Stop pulling back. I hate that.
I almost walked into this door. I didn't realize it was there. Really? You're ridiculous.
Right, but you're not coming upstairs.
That's fine. That's fine. And there you have it. Basically, very long, slow escalation, right? A lot of get to know you, a lot of comfort. Not a ton of overt like flirting and teasing, but a lot of like sort of putting the onus on her to impress me. A lot of frames of I'm a little bit cocky, I'm a little bit arrogant, frames of this might not work out between us, she has to win me over, that kind of stuff. A lot of what I do in these kind of situations, ironically enough, is I take on a lot of the frames that girls use, right? A lot of the you have to chase me, I'm high value, you can't just get in my pants kind of frame, which is good because girls haven't dealt with that and it definitely like puts them on the back foot, but also because any of those kind of things they say, if I've already taken that frame, if I've already taken that role, two people can't play that same role. So it works really, really well. It's a very like cockheadish sort of strategy, but again, very, very effective. Combined with good escalation. Another thing you will notice is that I escalated and pull away a lot. Escalate a little bit, pull away, escalate, pull away. At the end, she's like, stop pulling away, because I've kissed and pulled away so many times, she's actually frustrated by it. All right, so another good prototypical example of what a nice, slow, gradual escalation looks like.